biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to On the Rise Radio here at Instinct Radio Station, the #1 internet radio station here in ATL. What's going on? Where are my viewers? We're going to get back into this thing. We're talking about generational wealth. Building generational wealth for our youth and young adults. And the panel today we have, for those that just tuned in, we have Jen Slade from PCR, and that's Premier Cruise and Resorts, LLC. We have Chandra, who's also with PCR. And we have Sir Markadoo with Heavenly Body Products International and Chronic Killers. Y'all probably seen those the bus benches out there and the van. You can't miss it coming down the street. It's logoed up. Look, what they say, tatted up. The van is tatted up. And then we have Lavette, Minn of the Family Brand Movement. So we're going to jump back in, and I wanted to ask Sir to talk a little bit about what parents or people, period, what can you expect when you come through the doors of Heavenly Body Products?
Okay, when you come through Heavenly Body Products, first is the experience.
Yes, it is.
Because you see it, you come in, and it's like, it smells so good in here,
yes.
right? Because it's a fragrance shop, right? Mm-hmm. So we let them smell around, so you get it's like a candy store almost, right? So then we started taking them on the tour, and that's when they realized this thing is bigger than I thought. We have a podcast room that I podcast from almost daily. I have a green screen room, one of the biggest green screen rooms in Atlanta. So you get a chance to go back there and see our production area. Then we have about $500,000 worth of inventory in the back. So we just piled up barrels, drums, piles, you name it, lotions, bubble bath.
It smells so good butter, in that place.
Soap, laundry detergent. And so that's the experience. My main thing is what my sister here was saying. I deal with 17 to 40. Mm-hmm. Within that 17 to 40, I have parents. Yeah. I cater to the parents. The parents, because if I smarten up the child and the parent don't have a little bit of that, the parent going to dummy down the child right away. You don't need to be learning all that. You don't need to be, because I come from that. So I know, so that experience of being able to take a 17 to 35-year-old and then they have a child and they bring their child in like you did, and then they're happy, right away we put her into a video. Yep. Shot the video, chuck a little money in her hand so she could feel them dollars, right?
Right. The bank call.
So that whole experience to be able to invite your child into that world to see that it is possible.
Right.
It is possible. I mean, to come from where I came from, molestation and all that.
You mentioned that.
Wanted to kill myself and all that stuff. So, and to be able to get past all the drugs and all that and being married 5 times and all that, now come out the other end looking squeaky clean, right? Mm-hmm. So we do it for God's people. That's the experience they're going to be able to understand. They're going to see God when they walk in there.
It smells good. I tell you that.
We keep the hood smelling good.
He do, you guys. I'm telling you, I go into a beauty supply, the nail salon, where I see his products, and I'm like, okay, never knew I would end up being in business with him. Never knew I was going to be the one that, I would go in this place and be like, oh, this is the guy. And now here it is. I'm so glad I'm involved. And it's just an experience, like he said, to see what he's doing to help the next person. Because when you have somebody that's willing to help, you take the help.
Yes.
Don't, like we said, don't think you know it all, and put that pride to the side. Because if you're hungry, you're hungry.
Yes.
Okay? That's
especially when it comes to the youth, because parents don't understand how much pain and suffering that they cause their child. Yeah. Yep. Because when they don't allow, because I believe me, I seen it with my own eyes. Where so that's another experience. They come in, they bring the child in. That's why I deal with older kids, because the parents. So they'll come in and they'll say, you don't need to do that. You're too young for all that. You don't need to be knowing all that business. Like, you ever had parents, they're too young for all that. They need to be doing their studies. Whoa, parents, guess what? You done taught them everything they need to know. The one lesson they need to know more than ever right now is how to defend for themselves when it comes to economics. Because you may not be here. Your child might be 14, 15, 12, right? But next year you may not be here. So if the child know how to fend for themselves, at least by the knowledge and the wisdom, but they still need that cash flow. Don't ever forget about that.
You need it. It's necessary. You have to have it. Money, listen, you have to be able to buy food. You have to be able to clothe yourself. You have to be able to have health insurance. There are things that money is going to help.
Right.
So now
then we're going to talk about the land. You want land.
Goodness,
now we're talking about you want to build on that land.
Yes.
Now you want to talk about you want a greenhouse on that land so you can plant your own food. You can raise your own chickens. You can do your own thing. So there's, those basic things we're going to cover. The next thing is how do we build wealth, generational wealth for today's youth and young adults. And that's what we're doing.
Yes, and that's why I want to swing it over to Lavette and my daughter came to a workshop and I was just like, listen, let me tell you, I got to say this real quick. They will pick your child up, okay? For us working parents, they will. She has another. Hey, Matilda. I don't know where you're at, but I'm just gonna say hey because she has another person, which Matilda, I believe, is your vice president or your president. She's the president of the Family Brand Movement. Another awesome woman, okay? And she's always giving great tips on eating healthy.
Awesome.
She's always, and she looks good. She's amazing, and they poured into my daughter, and they picked her up for this workshop. Wow. And it was like a team effort. Okay, either I'll pick her up or I'll drop her off, what have you. But that is what I'm talking about, the family brand movement.
Yes.
It is important that it takes a village. It's real. And she is the face of it. Wow.
Yes.
I'm just going to hit the bell.
God.
I'm going to hit the bell on that, for real. So take it away, Lavette. Tell us a little bit about that workshop you had going on there.
Well, the workshops were our summer edition of the youth empowerment workshops, and we held 5 over the summer. And at each workshop, it was a different thing. So like the first one, we had the kids to build out a lemonade stand, but they had to identify their target market, their pricing, how they were going to make a profit, buying a business license from going through Secretary of State, getting organized, and then the tax. Like, we took them through that whole process so they can understand, like, what, some of the basics of starting a business. And that was so much fun. At the end, they sold their lemonade. And during our workshops, we had activities. We had bingo, which we played it a different way, and then we also had our definition segment because we had definitions based on the theme of the workshop. So we used those opportunities for the kids to earn play money, which looked like real money. Right. So of course they're excited because they're like, okay, I have to earn this money because I want to buy some of this lemonade and these snacks. But at the same time, that increased their engagement, and when the engagement is increased, then you know that they're learning. So that was the whole, and then with these smartphones, it's easy to pick up your phone and calculate 20 plus 20. But it's about putting that down, using your brain. Yeah, we go. Taking you back old school, using that brain, and learning how to calculate and things of that nature because they still need it in school. Wow. So that's what the workshops were all about. But getting into generational wealth, there was a post that a friend of mine put up, and she was just asking a general question, and she was like, "Would anybody buy their son or daughter a $300 book bag?" So as the family brand educator, I'm looking like, hello? $300 for what book bag? So I'm reading the comments and I'm noticing some of the parents were like, yeah, I would. And I mean, to each his own, whatever you do with your child, how you spend your money, that's you and your household. But for me, it's like, so I asked her, I said, what brand would sell a $300 book bag? So she said Michael Kors. I said Michael Kors stocks are $42.04. If you take that $300, that's 7 stocks in Michael Kors. Own the company. My quote: poor people buy things, rich people buy assets. Yes. So it's about planting those seeds into our kids and teaching them. All right, you want the PlayStation 4? Why don't you own a piece of Sony? Right. Be a part of that. I talk about passive income. which is another fancy term for saying making money while you sleep. You know, teaching them that money is not hard to make. We don't have to have this poor man mindset. It's about taking the little that we have. It doesn't even have to be big. Start off with $50, $100. But planting planting those seeds in little places that will grow over time. One of the 2 apps I highly recommend is Acorns and Stash. Like, I look in my Acorns account, and I'm like, how did I accrue $100 just that quick? You know, so it's like, you know, setting them up. If you give them a bank account, link their card to their bank account, link it to their Stash account, so now every time they're out and they're shopping, at least you know the change is rolling over into a savings account. Putting these little systems, and when you don't think about it,
I just downloaded Stash yesterday.
and you don't think about it, and then when you say, you know what, let me take my Stash, now you got $200-$300.
Yeah, I got about $1,000 in change right now. Just
you know what I mean? So just putting those little
good
things
nuggets.
in place.
Good info.
You know, so many different strategies, so many different ways. That we can build generational wealth.
We got to do it together too, and you'll see how fast it'll take hold to the.
Yep.
You know, and then before you know, our youth and young adults, they're talking about traveling, buying land.
Right. Yeah, they'll be talking about they going to
at an early
overseas.
age, 18, 19, 20 years old. That's never been done. And most are millionaires and billionaires are between the 18 and 26 right now.
Yeah.
All the hot ones are 18
the millennials,
and 26.
The millennials are
and then most of them are online.
Yeah.
Killing
yeah,
it.
that's where it is. That's where it is.
It's amazing.
Ain't nobody stopping them either, is they?
Another thing is, no, not at all. Not at all. And another thing is just having general conversations with them just to see where their mindsets are about money. You know, like today, Chi and I said, did you see that woman that won over $400 million in the Powerball? I was like, man, that's amazing to be one way financially and then literally overnight to be blessed like that. So I was like, if you came into that kind of money, what would you do? He was like, first of all, if I had $400 million, I'll put $300 million up. I don't even want to see it, because when you think about it, you can do a lot with $50 million. So I'm like, okay, so having those kind of conversations to see where they are and see where you need to interject and shift that mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's very important, because if you look at any other community, any other culture, they teach their children about wealth, building wealth, not just being rich, but being wealthy, which is just having an abundance of everything, right? Not just money, but health, life, joy, peace. You know what I mean? They teach their children this at the age of 4 and 5 years old.
You get a massage.
We got a couple comments. We have 2 comments here that I want to mention. Tamara says she didn't know about Stash. She's going to download it now. Right, download it. She is dropping these nuggets and information.
Before you download it, I have a link that I'll send to you, Tammy. Yes, I need my little pennies for that referral.
So hold on, Tamara. Hold on. And then Shan, what's up, Shan? Thanks for tuning in. Shan has a book out too. I got his book too, you guys. Awesome. So Shan, check it out. So he says, so what age would you start planning to teach children about making money?
From the time that they are able to comprehend. 2 years old, you have some right. You have some 2-3-year-olds that can really sit down and converse with you.
They really
If you have one of those that are just before their time, start talking planting those seeds at a young age.
I like to add something to that too,
yes,
and I would definitely put paper money in their hands early, as little as 1. Let them give them a wad of money. Let them see what they're going to do. Then as they get older, once they see you counting, they're going to start emulating, and they're going to start realizing that I have money. I don't have to beg for it. I can know how to control my own money, so it'll roll into something bigger.
Which brings me to this point. Speaking of controlling money, I was in the supermarket, and I'm at the cashier. Vicky's at the cashier. She says, "Mom, can I borrow $1?" Okay, sure. What do you want? Well, I want to get this bag of chips because I know you don't really like this kind. Okay.
What?
Well, so I want to buy my own. Okay. I give her the $1, but I didn't give it to her. The cashier rung it up. Okay, it's going to come up to what, like $1.07, right? Well, we get to the car because she only needed to borrow it until we got to the car because she left her wallet in the car. We get to the car. She gives me $1. I said, "No, ma'am. You owe me $1.07.
Yes, indeed.
I said, you had, she was like, no, I asked to borrow $1. I said, yeah, but your product, it cost $1.07. You owe me the tax. No, it was only $1. I said, no, I'll tell you what, how we're going to fix this problem.
Go ahead,
We went back into the grocery store. I said, ma'am, excuse me, I'd like to get a refund for this bag of chips.
Whoa.
And so the lady's like, tripping, like, okay. So she give me my $1 back. Chips go back on the shelf. Vicky doesn't have her chips. And she's like, what? I said, now you have your wallet, buy your chips. She only had that $1 in the wallet, right? So that 7 cents wasn't in there.
Yeah.
Now she rings it up. It's still $1.07. She said, at that moment, that was all it took was me to show her. I didn't have time to keep going back and forth. I showed her there is tax. And when you're borrowing, there may be interest also.
Come on, preacher.
So once she saw that transaction, she was like, I get it.
You remind me of, I had the same situation with my daughter when I first started teaching her how to budget when we go to the grocery store, and just really teaching her, know what you have in your wallet ahead of time. Budget before you walk into the store. Pay attention to what you're putting in the basket. Don't just be throwing stuff in the basket and think that you can just make the transaction.
Right.
And take an account for taxes. So what I did for Jasmine, how I taught her, was we would go to the grocery store and I would give her money.
Come on.
And I would say, okay, now here's the grocery list. Here's how much money you have. Let's go for it. So she was going to the grocery store and she was getting the list and she was putting stuff in, but she wasn't paying attention to the prices.
Budget.
I didn't say anything. And then when we got to the checkout counter, she had to go through the embarrassment of putting stuff
Back. Yeah,
I didn't cover nothing. Put it back. So now when she goes to the store, she's counting her money.
Yeah, there we
she's
go.
Counting the taxes.
Count no
She's
pennies,
looking
too.
to see, looking to see what she has before she gets to the
Very
counter.
good, Mom.
Yeah.
And mind you, Vicky was only probably
Good
about
job.
7 at that time when I did that. She was
That's
about 7
awesome.
years old.
Yeah.
And they're never too young.
No.
They're never too young to
and
learn.
they're never
and to
too old
understand.
either.
Exactly.
Especially if
Because
they're
they
around
pay
you, you put them in
attention.
check.
That's
Yeah,
right.
They pay
That's
attention
right.
when you give it to them and say this is your money and they have to buy it.
Oh,
out
my
of their
God,
money.
that's a whole
They
different
pay
thing.
attention.
Yeah, and I love to do that with school shopping because I said you can go ahead and buy them them $99 sneakers you want.
That's
$250 for
all
you, $250 for you. Now let's go budget shopping.
Right.
You know, they
Okay,
didn't buy
seriously.
they didn't buy that
is so
pricey
true.
stuff.
We got a comment here, and Shan said, I agree. My dad was a bookie when I was a kid, and math became my best subject. I just needed. He said, I plan on doing a worldwide conference beginning of the year and would love to incorporate those who is interested in joining. If interested, I could explain to those who think they could help awareness. Jan, hit me up, inbox me, send me your number. I think I might already have it, but just in case I don't, inbox me your number. Because it's this
Yeah,
type of
it's
information
needed.
that is needed. Our children have to know. That was a good
and the
experience. That was
parents, too.
good, Jen. That was good.
Parents too.
Yeah,
Let's not leave these parents out.
See, that's the thing. Our youth are beginning to
parents.
teach our parents because,
Yeah.
see, guess
have
what? What
to.
you just said, she said, he gonna put 300 mil up. That was good because a lot of people would have been like,
Man, I'm gonna buy me a house, give me some
that
rims.
would have been the first thing most people with most
And I
children
like
would
how he
say.
broke it down because he was like, because 50 million, you can do a lot.
Yeah.
So knowing that you can still get things done, you can still enjoy your life, but you still got another 350
That is
making
so
more money
smart.
for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
and another thing I want to say is, do not be afraid to talk about money to
No.
your children.
No, not
Okay.
at all.
Be
I'm
proud.
not.
All of these cliches, sayings like money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil
Yeah.
because, right?
Told you.
Money is
Told
an
you.
amplifier. So people they
Need the money.
tend to link money to those that have power that do crazy things, right?
Right.
But money is an amplifier. If you're already an evil, nasty person, when you come into
Right.
money, you're just going to
It'll
be
make you
more,
more of who you
It's
are.
actually
more
the
nasty,
love for
right?
it.
Money
It's
is
the love-
only
okay.
money is
Our
only
producer
a
hitting the
tool.
bell. I'm backing it up. It's the love of it because, like you said, it's the evil people that love it don't know Go ahead, finish your point. Go ahead, 'cause I was finna go in another.
Come
But
on,
I wouldn't necessarily say the love of money. We all love money. We need money to go on vacations. We need money to take care of our families. We need money to make more money for us so that the children that come after us are comfortable and they don't have to struggle and start out with a bad head start like we did. Right? You cannot be who you are called to be if you're broke.
You're right.
How can you be
Bing,
you
bing.
when you're think about it, when you're broken, you're worrying about, oh my God, they're about to turn my lights on tomorrow, or I'm about to get evicted next week. With these worries and these stresses about money, you're losing sleep at night and you're not able to operate in your higher being, to serve out in your calling and impact the people that you're served to impact. So you need money in order to do the great things in the world. The more money you have, the more people you can bless.
Absolutely. And God and money is so synonymous with one another.
So don't be
it's
afraid to talk
incredible.
about money. Don't be afraid to talk about it.
All right,
But
question
you gotta know when
again.
to say no to people that know you have it. Or
Oh,
guilt
absolutely,
you
absolutely,
That's a whole nother story.
definitely. You set those boundaries, but definitely be selfish. I'm not saying don't be
That's if you
selfish.
have it or
You
don't have it.
definitely you pick and you choose because you know who's there for the right reasons. You know who's there that's supposed to be there. You know who's there because they're just looking for a handout. Of course, when that discernment
That's
kicks
morals
in,
and ethics. If you
Right,
teach that
right.
within that, it'll come out. And I like
Right.
what you said because they'll come out because there are also morals and ethics when you're dealing with money. First thing is you don't give your money away.
Right, and
You
don't
know?
give your gifts away. Because listen, that's another thing. Just like they come for you when you have it, they come for you when they know that even if you may not have it,
Right.
that you're gonna do it. She's nice. She's gonna do it. Hey, I've been listen.
You don't have no
ask
friends and
me to
family when
do-
it comes to wealth
But I mean,
building.
with
Because-
kids, because I can remember both of my sisters are in college now, and I can remember my middle sister. I think in middle school or something, when she would go and she would have something, because she's really sweet, she's really shy, and everybody would just kind of ask, and because she had it, she would just give it. So you got to be able to let them know, hey, just because you have it doesn't mean that you have to.
That's
use
where a
it.
fine line between giving and giving it away. And I
Right.
teach that too. There's
And that
a
discernment.
very
Right.
thin.
Discernment.
It's a really thin line between giving, because I'm a giver. But when you get to the point where you're giving it away,
Right.
that's evil.
Yeah.
That's it, because God loves a cheerful giver. So, but if you're not cheerful when you're giving it, don't give it.
And another aspect of that is, of course, but you learn that along the way.
Yes.
All of us, we're gonna go through those phases
true.
of being played,
Right,
being
right.
the ATM
Yeah.
machine that's
Yeah.
never replenished. We go through those phases. That's just part of the learning curves. But one of the many reasons why people don't have is because they don't give. It's because they're selfish, right? That whole karmic energy, right?
Yes.
When you just give in the giving spirit, you will always have, and you always have because you're always giving.
Yeah, but you're not
So
giving
not
it
being
away.
selfish. No, that's going into the discernment
right.
piece.
Yeah.
But
You're talking about
if your
giving.
heart
You're talking about
moves
giving.
you to give for a certain cause or to give just because you feel like blessing someone, then do that.
And it's not always money, and that's the beautiful
Right,
thing.
it's
You
right.
can give,
Any kind
and
of
you
way.
give your time, you give your
Right, exactly.
service. Service is big.
Big,
When you're teaching
yeah.
service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I learned, and I think probably all of us learned this lesson a long time ago, is if somebody comes to you and wants to borrow from you, if you don't have it to give, then don't give it to borrow.
That's right.
Right.
Because
That's
you might not
perfect.
get it back.
That's true.
So if
That's
you,
true.
Right.
you
If you can't afford it.
to not,
Don't
like
lose it. You can't afford to lose it.
Yeah. Don't give it.
Yes.
Look, if you can't afford to lose it, don't loan it.
Exactly.
That's good. That's good. That's good right there. We got a couple other comments that kicked in. The Miss Pearlie, she mentioned that, I lost the spot. Okay, here we go. She said she's been teaching her son about money from the age of 3, and trust me, he looks for that Wells Fargo
Come on.
envelope
Yes.
every month.
Praise
Right,
God.
Miss Pearlie. She said he looked for
Praise
that Wells
God.
Fargo envelope every month, and she said
Praise
she's a
God.
cheerful giver, and she said I used to do it randomly, but now I do it when God says
Absolutely.
to.
Right.
And that's important. That is so
Never
true.
give- never stop
Thank you,
giving.
Miss Pearlie. You know I love you much. And Shan said he said pros with the money don't know some people pros with money don't know what to do with the money. And he had mentioned, I lost that comment, I'm sorry, Shan, but he had mentioned also it's not how much you make, it's what you do with what you make. I've seen a $40,000 salary guy drive a more expensive car than a $100,000 guy. And that happens, something that living beyond your means.
Absolutely.
If you cannot afford it, don't get it.
Right.
If it's not in the bank, don't buy it. Like, it's like you just, that checks and balance thing.
And you still got to know when not to live below your means either.
Yeah,
you got
because,
enough money to bless yourself.
Right.
Yep.
To bless yourself.
Yep. Okay, here we go. We have to learn as parents not to treat money as love symbols between them and their kids. Money can be translated as love. And you do have people that they're financial parents, but they're not there.
Right.
They're not teaching them. The children are learning nothing. They have $1. They have the money.
But they're
and that's
absent.
it.
The absentee parents.
And they make, that's a lot of times the absentee parent makes it up in the money.
Right.
That's
exactly what happens.
But
and it doesn't work.
Not good. Yeah, not good.
Can I just take a minute to say hello to some of the people?
Yeah. I was going to ask if you guys have someone tuning in, by all means.
Yeah, I want to say thank you. I see Terica. Thank you, Terica.
Hey,
I
Butterfly.
see you. Hey, Butterfly. Mark Xavier, Claudette, Christella, Emmanuel Carey, Brandbrew, Sierra, Paquita, and then Paquita made a comment, said exactly, she commented on what you were saying, said you cannot be who you were called to be when you are broke. And Tanya Kidd is watching, Althea, Shalette,
exactly what it is,
Diane
right,
Daniel, and Mimi Star. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight.
Thank you.
It has been an amazing time with this wonderful panel. Sir, I was on your page checking out some of your viewers. I wanted to just say hey to a couple people that I saw jumped in. And hey, Stephanie, I see a couple of people that has jumped in. I lost my spot, y'all. But keep going as it's coming up. But I wanted to ask this question. If you had an opportunity to invest in one particular type of person, what type of person would that be?
You go first. You want me to go first? I know. I basically.
Definitely. Someone who wants it, someone who has the hunger, the vision, the drive, but they just don't know that there's people out there, there's resources out there to make their dreams come true. Those are the kids that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? They're a product of their environment because they see what they see. Right. Because that's just what they see every day. But they have this burning desire for more. Yes. They just need someone to help pull it out of them. Those are the ones that I'm targeting.
Wow. Yes. Wow.
Okay.
That's good right there.
For me, it's really mostly the downtrodden. Gangbangers, ex-gangbangers, drug dealers, pimps, hoes. I want all of them. I want the bully. Give me the bully. Not the ones that are being bullied. Give me the bullies. And I want to convert them into entrepreneurs. That's my role. My role is to take over evil's ass. Ass is not bad word. As much as I can.
Excuse me.
So I was close. I said ass.
We're having a good time here on the Rise Radio, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I wanted to have each one of you tell the people where they can follow you at, or how do they get in touch with you if they're ready to book a trip, Jen. If they're trying to go to Cancun. Because listen here, you guys, y'all don't want to miss one of these PCR trips, okay? Tell the people.
The name of my company is Premier Cruise and Resorts. You can follow me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, Premier Cruise and Resorts. Put in your search engine, it'll come up, my travel page. Also, I can be called at 678-310-3549. And also the website that you can find me on for my travel page is facebook.com/Premier Cruise Resorts. That's my social page. And again, we're having our 2018 featured destination to Cancun. We'll be doing an all-white dinner cruise. We'll also be going on a camel safari, and we'll have our big networking dinner finale. So if you own your own business, if you're an entrepreneur and you want an opportunity to network for free and to pass out business cards and tell people about your company and make new connections, definitely contact Premier Cruise Resort so you can come with us on this cruise. On this trip.
You got it. Don't miss out. And she's always helping, just always. She's so good at what she does. She's helping me with my next trip. Can't wait. I ain't gonna say where I'm going yet, but let's just say it wasn't to Hawaii.
I was going to say that. Maybe go to Ohio.
Come up with something though, Shonny.
Yeah, you know what I asked about. Now I know I can go that place. I know I can go there, but I ain't going to Hawaii. Not yet.
Yeah,
Let me say that. Not that date that I chose.
That's it.
But I'm going.
The date that God chose.
There you go, because it's all on His time, and as long as it's in His will, I'm there.
That's it. Come on now.
All right, so Chandra, did I say Chandra? That's right? Because I haven't heard her name Chandra, so I was like Chandra. But okay, so tell us a little bit about how you're gonna help the people when they call to book these trips.
Mainly, I'm kind of an extension of Jen, so my sole purpose is to exhibit that same high level of customer service that you receive with Jen is going to continue when you get to me. Any questions that I may not be able to answer, rest assured that if I don't have the answer right then, I will get the answer, and that prompt communication, keeping the lines of communication open via email, text, Facebook Messenger, to make sure that you're well informed about your trip, any inquiries or anything like that. Just keeping that communication open.
Great.
Do you want to talk about your idea for the market that you want to target? Do you want to talk about that?
I'll mention it. So, as an extension of doing the travel, being the curvy representative that I am, I'm looking to eventually kind of branch out into doing more curvy inspired events, because I feel like we're oftentimes looked at as a troublesome market, given plain space. A lot of people assume, oh, well, I can't go because of my size, or they're telling you you have to book all of these extra seats and things of that nature. So I'm looking to try and do more things where more of my plus size friendly community can still be able to go out and have an awesome time, an awesome trip, be able to do awesome things that otherwise they might not be able to get that same top notch.
I was waiting on her to finish because I want to hit the bell on that. I love that. That's a great idea. Oh my
I
goodness.
can feel all the butterflies going in my
Right, I was
can't
like,
wait for her to get that off the ground.
that's so cool.
amazing.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing. And see, that's groundbreaking. You know what I mean? I haven't heard of it.
Right, exactly.
I know it's a lot of people
heard
doing
anybody
things,
target that
and
market before. It's
but
wonderful.
that's awesome. That is awesome.
That'd be
Marlene, hey Marlene. She said hello, sir. Hey Shonny. Hello, Marlene. Thanks for tuning
My buddy
in.
right there.
Yes, we are so glad you have joined us this evening. So, you guys, as you can see, you know me. My regular viewers know I be so silly, but I'm having so much fun, and it's almost coming to an end. We still got a little bit of time though. So, sir, all right. What was I going with you? I had something.
The Heavenly Body Products.
I had something. I knew I was gonna say something.
Come on,
but
girl.
let's talk about the bus benches and the billboards and things, because I've been seeing them.
Yeah.
I was rolling down what was it, Panola the other day, and I was like, so you're all over the place. So let's just talk about that. And how can the people get in contact with you?
Well, you can come on down to the warehouse, of course. I'd like for you to at least say, met me here.
Yes.
At
Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, I just mentioned, make sure you mentioned that you met me here. And I'm at 2571 Park Central Boulevard in Decatur, Georgia, 30035. I've been in that building about over 15 years. I've been on that street over 18 years. So I'm a staple in the community. So you come on over. I own Heavenly Body Products. I also own ChronicKiller.com. And now those on the benches. Marketing is the key to everything. I am a marketing
Guru.
I got to have it. I got to have it. And I believe, I spoke about it in the book. The competition is always trying to put you out of business. So I'm going to try to put them out of business. And then a lot of times with my competition, I don't want to put them out of business. I really want them to stay there, especially like Blunt Power. I can't put him out of business anyway, but he's my competition, and I want to be able to do things and let them know I exist.
Yeah.
So I got 22 benches out there, model benches, and all of them say Chronic Killer. About 3 weeks before the book releases, all them benches are going to be economic evangelists. Bridget, right,
Yes.
right. So we
Bridging the gap,
bridging
the church.
Bringing economic development, right, and wealth to our today's youth and young adults. So that's that. So we're gonna flood those benches, 3 weeks before the book comes out. Those 5 days is when we're gonna release that book for $2.99. Right? Everybody gets on. We're gonna pass out about 10,000 flyers. Get into pre-sale. We're gonna get people into pre-selling. We're gonna pre-sell the book before it even releases.
Gotcha.
So that's gonna be huge.
Yes.
Okay. My biggest thing is really teaching the youth and young adult, the parents, and bringing in other organizations,
Right.
so that we can parlay together, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
really attack evil at every front. The other thing is this whole thing is a movement. It's a movement that's going to be really led by women. It's an economic movement. It's really the youth and young adult, but it's usually the women going to really push it. Because if the men, I'm sorry, I'm not throwing y'all under the bus. If economic development was going to be done by men, it would have been done by now. Women will protect, will help our children much, much quicker. It's going to be much, much easier. Our job as men is to protect.
Yes.
To protect and serve our women. Let them lead. Let them lead us out of this economic mess, because they will do it. So that leads me to being in a position to put myself out there, where I'll be out in front to be able to say, hey, listen, a lot of you men have been molested, raped, when we were younger. Well, guess what? We're going to open up the floodgates and let you know that you're not alone.
Right.
I was molested at 8 years old by a girl. I was molested again 10 years old by an uncle. And, and that there is a way out. There is a way out. And women are going to lead us men out of this mess.
Some stuff
Just
coming
hold
up.
on.
We
The sisters
have some
are coming.
We got some
y'all are
amazing
coming.
things coming up.
And you will do it right, because you all love on a different dimension.
Yeah.
Way different dimension than men do. So you will protect your children the way you protect your children. You will protect us men. I'm married, happily married, but you still will protect me. You will make sure that I get what I deserve, right? If I'm out there fighting, you're going to make sure you're going to be fighting with me. I would love to have a woman in the trench when we fighting a war, because they would be dedicated to the cause. Let's get this thing done. It's a movement that's going to be led by women. It's just going to happen. There's no other way.
Did y'all hear the man?
Yes.
Us women rock.
That's it. That's
Bell
it.
time.
And roll.
Yep. So we have some amazing things that's coming up. We're gonna save some of that for the next show, but he's right. We have some things that we're going to be working with men, and I don't want to give too much away. We're gonna save it for the next show, and just stay tuned. Just keep watching.
We're going hard in the paint.
We're going hard. We're going hard. We already know it's gonna be some backlash. We know.
Of course.
Hey.
That's all
But
evil.
it's work
Evil
to be
backlash.
done.
Evil
It's work to
backlash.
be
They'll catch
done.
up.
Our children will be saved. Our children will be okay.
There you go.
Our money, our homes, everything. We are going to be okay. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, you got the
We're gonna
right
clean it
people,
up.
the right team, and you have the people that has the information and the knowledge, like this panel right here. It's been
Absolutely.
amazing. So Lavette, let's let the people know where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram, The Family Brand Movement. Facebook is Lavette and Young Chi. Young Chi is YUNGCHE. Twitter is Lavette Young Chi. YouTube is Lavette and Young Chi. Or you can just visit us at our website at thefamilybrandmovement.com to stay abreast on any events and just everything we have going on in the community. And also to pick up your copy of Family Brand 9 principles and tips. I always get this tongue tied. I don't know why it's my book. But 9 principles and tips to building family and business.
You heard it. You look at me talking about, now I ain't got tongue twisted. I say you heard it. You heard it here on the Rise Radio Show at Instinct Radio Station under I Am Flavor Ray. Shout out to you, Keisha Rivers. I know you're traveling and enjoying family right now, but before we go, I'm going to make a quick announcement. We have on September the 21st our last Georgia mixer for I Am Flavor, and that's going to be over at Nancy's in Midtown. Forgive me, I do not have the address on the top of my head, but go on my page. I'm going to have all the information posted, and that's going to be our final Georgia mixer for the I Am Flavor. It's a networking mixer where you can come out, enjoy, bring your business cards. It will be some speed networking. And, of course, I'm going to just throw this out here because she has been voted for one of the hottest ATL hosts, and that's Tina Bridges. She will be hosting this event. And also, Keisha, shout out to you. Shout out to Kale, some more I Am Flavor family. Wanda, a lot of them have been nominated for hottest ATL authors. It was just go out there and vote. Don't forget. And then another announcement I want to make right quick. For you, sir, can you tell us when we can expect the book?
That's a good question. Hey, Walt Mac, you on?
He was.
He's the man. He knows better than me. But I was reading the transcript today, my wife and I. So I'm really hoping for September, but I really believe it's going to be the first week in probably October.
Okay.
So that'll give us a little bit more time to really put that marketing machine, the splash page, the lead pages, all that stuff into place, and even the affiliate marketing, because we're going to take it into the colleges so that the college students will be able to make, anybody can make 20%, put it in their pocket for every book that they sell.
Yes.
And it'll come go dump right into their PayPal account for every book that they lead right to that book.
Sweet. You guys, you heard it here. And
one more thing.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make sure that I build a platform for other authors, so they'll be able to sell their book on that thing, and then be able to use that same affiliate marketing platform, so their book will come up too at the same time.
Told you, he's always looking out for somebody else. That's what it's about, right? Yeah. Sweet. There we are, September the 21st. That's going to be on a Thursday at 6:15. It's at Nancy's Pizza. This is the final networking mixer for our Georgia I Am Flavor family.
I'll be there.
And that's, Jen, this is, I was wondering, I didn't know what your travel was, but this is something I wanted you to make sure you come to. Great opportunity. Great. So Jen will be there with her business cards. She'll be able to tell us a little bit more about her business, about PCR, and book a trip with her. So there's also vendor opportunities that's going to be available, and there is an investment fee of $10. So Nancy's Pizza, 256 Ponce de Leon, and that's Ponce de Leon Avenue Northeast in Atlanta, Georgia. And you guys, Nancy, if you even go on their page, Nancy's promoting us too. So they go on their Facebook page. They've been promoting I Am Flavor. So it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. And thanks for tuning in to On the Rise Radio. Yes. And let me tell you where to find me at. Facebook.
Come on,
Shonny Sanders, Facebook. On the Rise Radio Show on Facebook. Shonny the Author on Facebook. And I've been working on my YouTube page because I got some stuff going on. But also, WhyICare20.com. And I'm tying in this... WhyICare20.com is going to be revamped a little bit because we're tying in some things with the new business that's coming up. Y'all be on the lookout, because On the Rise Radio is exactly what I feel right now. I'm on the rise.
There we go.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Stay ready.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in. Now, any final thoughts from the panel? Any final thoughts? We have a few more minutes. Like how many minutes we have? Because, I don't have my glasses on. But I think all right. So any final thoughts from you guys?
I say thank you. I thank you guys. It was very informative, and I believe that we could do some work together. Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm interested in what you two got going on. Of course, I'm interested in what you got going on. So this is what it's all about. I like to thank Shonny. I like for giving us the opportunity to be here and do what we do.
Well, I love to do. I love to promote other people, and but I can't promote other people broke. No.
That's right. I know that. Oh,
But
come on.
serious though,
Yeah.
I have learned on my journey that I know I'm a giving person, and I like what you said about giving, but not giving away.
There we go.
And I get a
Learn
lot
how
of
to say
people,
no.
right? And I get a lot of people that say, "Hey, can you?" Because they 9 times out of 10 know I would because my heart is there, but I am learning to say no.
Yeah.
So my services are no longer free.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You know,
Yeah,
like
hey, bing,
seriously.
bing, 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 bing.
I mean, really, I had to re-strategize
Yes.
some things and really do some thinking about my well-being.
Yes,
you know?
indeed.
I can't do for everyone
Nope.
as much as I would love to. I wish there was a love to fund that when you did call me,
Yeah.
I can help you. But
They don't even
there-
have those
there's
at
not.
churches. They don't even have one of those at churches.
But I just can't. And I love you all. Don't take it personal. It's truly at this point, I have to know my worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
there it is.
It's not personal.
It's-
It's
no,
business.
no,
It's really
and you
not.
got to practice that too, Shonny.
Yeah,
Practice,
because see,
practice,
everybody, and that's the thing. That's
practice
why
makes better, not perfect.
practice makes better. I like it, and that's the thing. That's why I get those kind of calls because they feel like, yeah, she'll do it. But no,
Yeah, but they understand business. They'll do what they're supposed to
Yeah,
do. Especially
so-
if they want that service, they'll pay. If they want to travel, they'll pay.
you better
Right?
know
They
it.
want that book, they'll pay.
They're gonna pay.
They want to go
That's
to that movie, they'll pay. They
That's
want
right.
that Big Mac, they'll pay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why this is what this show is all about: business and travel. So I want to do business, and you can do business with me,
That's it.
so I can travel.
Win-win.
I love you guys.
Win-win
I
situation.
love you. It's been amazing. Shout out to the best producer. I don't know if Jack's still here, but if he is, I'm still gonna say it in front of him. The best producer. Nat in the building. She always do what she do. Peace.
Somebody say, yeah.
Biggest station in the world. All of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.